Alright, so today is a big day. I'm going to be taking my first ever hardware quiz. And honestly, I have no idea if I'm going to pass, but I just want to see, am I going to be able to point out these parts and choose the correct part? So far, I've already been learning about the SSD, the hard drives, the GPU, the CPU, the motherboard, and so forth. But today we're going to be putting that to the test. What I'm going to do is take this quiz live so y'all can see my actual reaction, and as I'm taking the quiz, you're going to see what I get wrong, see what I get right. I'm even going to show you my little pregame study before I end up taking this and see if all this time that I spent learning about hardware has actually paid off. So here's the website I'm using for the quiz. It's basically images of all the PC components, and I have to identify what they are: CPU, GPU, RAM, power supply, motherboard, SSD, HDD, you name it. The quiz is going to ask for one part at a time, and then I have to go and click what I am looking for or what I think it is. And honestly, I've never done this before, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I did prep quite, throughout this week, and then I'm gonna prep right now. I think I can pull it off. And some of these images are kind of tricky, like the SSD, and then they threw in some, I feel like, old school stuff in there. Who knows? If I can find the right website, we'll see. I'm seeing things that look similar. I want to make sure I don't completely fail this thing. Okay, so starting with the basics, CPU. That's the brain of the computer, and it handles all the commands and instructions. Pretty simple. I just need to go and see exactly where I could find this to make sure. I think I'm confident with CPU. I'm kind of confident. Here we go. So we got the graphics card. I put a lot of motherboards have graphics cards built into them, but you can end up having graphics cards that are not necessarily there, but it handles the visuals and is rendering. And if you play games, stream, or edit videos, this would literally be your best friend. Then we also got RAM here. So RAM is the computer's temporary memory. It stores open files and programs to be accessed quickly by the CPU. I think that's honestly the best way to explain it, but the more RAM you get is really the more things that you can do at once on your computer. I also got AMD versus NVIDIA. I don't think that's going to be something we get into, but we do have hard drives here which stores the data, which is very similar to the SSD, but the SSD is just way better. It's a solid state drive, which is super fast. The USB is built into the computer, so it's faster and more reliable. This is a little bit better too. We have output, which is the monitor, printer, speakers, headphones. We got storage devices, input, which is keyboards, touch screens, scanners, mouses. The power supply, which I think I had somewhere here. I did a whole section. I think it took me a minute. To get to the power supply section, but so here I think I took some notes on the efficiency ratings, so that's something to consider. I think all it really does is that it powers everything, and if this fails, nothing else would end up working, which is why I'm surprised they don't really call this like the heart of the computer, because if it stops, everything else stops, even if the CPU is running, I'm assuming, right? And then we got into CPU specs and cores, but that's a little bit deeper than it should be. We got NVM versus SATA, which honestly, I think SATA is just older SSD, while the NVM is the newer SSDs. But I remember watching a video back, like, I think it was years ago, so I'm assuming the NVMe must be new. We gotta take this quiz. So I'll be catching up from this camera to this camera. All right, let's go. Let's jump right into this. We got the case, bammers. We gotta get the mouse. This should be the easiest stuff. The hard drive disk is, sorry, my dog's right here, by the way. The drive disk has to be this. How did I get that wrong? Is this the sound card? Okay, we got that. What that is the power supply. We got the CPU, got the keyboard. I'm probably gonna eventually see it and be like, why would I click that? We got the graphics card. I'm kind of eating. Motherboard, our monitor. I think RAM is this. We gotta go to the speakers, which is this one. CPU fan, bam. Well, first of all, they put them together. Why would they do that? Main motherboard. Okay, I guess that's the motherboard. An all-in-one reader. I bet you this is like a floppy disk drive. If this is the all-in-one reader, yeah, DVD ROM drive. That's why it threw me off, but I should have never thought that was a hard drive disk. This one's pretty cool. It's like a drag and drop. So I'm gonna have to go with what I know so far. Oh, I know this is a RAM. There's something missing. Is this the motherboard? Oh, right here. I'm like, where is it? Okay, bammers. I think I'm right. Come on now. Yes, sir. That one felt pretty easy because I'm kind of eating. Let's keep going. Keep this going. We're going CPU here. What things are? It's a central processing unit. All of them. Okay, I almost got that wrong. So I really What does the motherboard do? It connects all internal components. You must really like to hear me talk. Look at them. I think it's set. Oh, oops, my fault. Oh, yep. I was thinking too fast. What happens if you don't have enough RAM? Your computer will definitely slow down. That's a big one. Remember that, y'all. If your computer's moving slow, you probably don't have enough RAM. This is the CD-ROM drive, I think. Okay. I don't know why they keep showing me that. Why did Siri just start listening to me? Hold on. Because, like, nah. It did kind of sound like I said Siri. So a keyboard is a device. It's an input device. Okay. This is a input device. Okay. For programs, loses its data when the power is turned. I think it's just this one. It's all of them. Input. Okay. I should have known. See, now I'm starting to mess things up. Device that display. How did I mess this up twice already? Of a computer called the hardware. A mouse is an input device. Okay, I was gonna say, please. This input output stuff is pissing me off. Disk drive. I definitely failed this quiz. Oh, okay. I was guessing. This is an output device. Okay, so I definitely failed. I think I got 3 wrong. 3 to 4. I had 27 out of 33. That's not bad though. That's not that bad. And it was my fault because if I just read these a little bit more, I would have been fine. I want to see some heart. A wireless router. Stop playing with me. I know what my routers look like. And if it is a RAM stick, that's crazy. Because this is for a laptop. Wow. That's where my RAM is? No hard drive. A portable external hard drive? Guys. I understand, I'll take it. What is this? I don't know. This could, an internal modem? I don't know. Okay. It has to be audio out. Microphone. Oh, I should have. I have 4 incorrect, but I don't recall. Okay, you know what, fine. I'll let that slide. We got 84 out of 100. That's not bad. That isn't bad. We're doing pretty good. We're kind of averaging like a B. All right, so the moment of truth. Am I gonna be passing these quizzes? Let's add up all these averages and see what I got. As long as it's above a C, I'm gonna be excited. As long as it's above a C. I ended up passing. Stop playing with me. But like I said, it's still a little bit of a B minus. We can work on it, right? There's still a lot to work on. I'm actually shocked that I didn't get a lot more of these correct, but I think a lot of them too, I did rush it. If I took my time, maybe if I moved a little bit slower, thought about a couple things, I think I could have aced it. I did ace another one, but I don't know if I showed that one on the video. I probably just did it for fun, I don't know. Maybe even a little bit of like the old school type of thing, so which is why I kind of don't want to add it into my score, but whatever. I don't think I'm gonna run into half of this damn stuff. But we can hit that quick recap. I know what a CPU does, GPU, RAM, the SSD, the hard drive. I know what it looks like. For some reason, I know what the floppy disk drive looks like, which I don't even think we use no more. The motherboard. And I'm just happy that I can actually pinpoint those specific ones because those are more modernized, right? And so being able to point out those, that I feel like is very helpful. I don't even think we actually had an SSD once. I hope I know what it looks like now that I just said that. I'm definitely going to be trying to study a little bit more on this. We can come back and spin the block maybe a little bit later after a couple months and see how we do on this hardware quiz. Could we get an 100? Honestly, this quiz has showed me so much of what I have already learned. Like, I wish I took this quiz before I learned anything so y'all could see how bad I actually was. I had no clue what any of this was. So the fact that I'm able to even get an 84 on specifically this one and then on the other ones get, you know, still a pretty high score, that's not bad. If you're learning hardware like me, make sure you end up taking some of these quizzes. I'll try to link them down below if I can find them because I suck at keeping certain things on like just somewhere where I can access it. We'll have to see. I might have to look through the history, do a whole bunch of things, but I will be trying to link them. If I didn't link them, comment down below that I didn't link them. And if you enjoyed watching me struggle, but kind of skate through a little bit, you know, as you can see, I wasn't too upset when I got a couple of things incorrect. So just make sure you're a little bit easy on yourself. If you get something wrong, the only thing that does is that it shows you where you need to work on. That's all it is. Make sure you end up hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and make sure you end up turning on those post notifications so you can come back and watch what I end up doing next. I'll be catching you on the next one. Deuces.